assures all possible help from centre. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma reviews the flood situation, holds a meeting with all deputy commissioners, sends out strong warning against corruption and delay in flood relief operations. Naga Ho urges Government of India and NSC and IM to resume talks for resolving Naga issue. Apex body urges visiting JDU delegation to raise issue in Parliament. Dramatic turn of events in Maharashtra politics. BJP endorses rebel Shiv Sena leader Eknath Shinde as next chief minister. Shinde to take oath in a short while from now. And train services in Assam's landslide hit Dima Hasao district resumes after more than a month. Commuters heave a sigh of relief. Very good evening to all our viewers. You're watching Evening Prime. I'm Ronak, and we start the bulletin with the big story we've been tracking all day. In one of the biggest tragedies to have ever hit the state of Manipur, at least 14 persons have died so far in a massive landslide at None, even as over 30 people are still feared trapped under the debris. The incident took place at the Tupul Yard railway construction camp in Manipur's None district, where the personnel of the 107 Territorial Army were camping for protection of the under-construction railway line from Jiribam to Imphal. Majority of those deceased are personnel of the Territorial Army. Manipur DGP P. Dongel, who inspected the site of incident earlier in the afternoon today, informed that 14 bodies have been recovered so far, while well over 24 were still missing. The landslide took place around midnight at the company location of the 107 Territorial Army deployed near the Tupul railway station for protection of the under-construction railway line from Jiribam to Imphal. The entire camp was buried under the debris. Meanwhile, DGP Dongel also informed that NDRF, SDRF and police teams are at the site conducting relentless rescue operations.
It is a very unfortunate thing that has happened here today. We have been working very hard to bring the railway into Manipur, but however, because of the rains and so many other factors, this thing has happened. The area which it happened from where I just came, it is the main Tupul station where the train was supposed to stop. And maybe because of the heavy work that has been going on, maybe some seismic disturbance may have taken place, because there are trees growing all over and it is quite a wooded jungle. But of course, most of the trees don't seem to be very old, but still it is not a place where there are no trees at all. And of course, you would have seen the whole valley has been blocked. The flow of the stream has been blocked. That heavy was the debris that came down. However, the local villagers as well as the government forces have reached very fast, especially the medical team. We have seen a lot of ambulances which are taking the bodies. Already we are told that 14 bodies have been taken up. We are also liaising not only here but even with the RIMS medical staff as well as our SP in Imphal West, so that the post-mortem is conducted smoothly. Because of this unfortunate incident, more bodies are also expected. It is not exactly known how many people are buried, but as of now, we are told that there are still 60 people, including the villagers as well as the army people and the railway people, laborers and all. We have brought out 23 people from the debris. Out of these, 14 people are dead and more are being searched for as of now. And because it has not rained since morning, the heavy machinery has arrived and work has also started. The SDRF and the police team as well as other departments are also there. Even the Honorable Chief Minister had come and surveyed the place from the National Highway. which has been a source of great encouragement for every one of us. We are all together. It is not only the tragedy of this place, it is a tragedy for the whole state of Manipur. And we all, like you all have come, we are also here. I can see the biker t-shirt also. And we are all doing our best to rescue and bring everything, clear up everything as fast as possible, and also help all the needy. A lot of food as well as water and other things have also started to arrive. We are thankful for the people who are extending their hands in this regard, and we are also thankful that the press is here to cover whatever has been going on.
It may be mentioned here that teams of the NDRF and SDRF, along with the Territorial Army, along with district administration, are taking part in the rescue operations. Inclement weather and fresh landslides are causing hurdles for the rescue operations. The landslide took place around midnight at the company location of the 107th Territorial Army, deployed near the Tupul railway station for protection of the under construction railway line from Jiribam to Imphal. The entire camp was buried under the debris. Meanwhile, as per the latest inputs, apart from the Territorial Army personnel, 3 construction company officials, 3 railway officials, a few civilians, and 12 more construction workers are missing. Meanwhile, following the massive landslide, the AJ River flowing through Nonne town has been completely obstructed, causing a dam-like situation upstream. In the wake of the situation, the Deputy Commissioner of Nonne has urged the general public to take all precautionary measures and to not venture out near the river area. All right, we will have a look into various aspects of this story. But first things first, let us now, we are now being joined live by our correspondent from Imphal, Sharat Chandra, to bring us all the latest updates on this big tragedy. Sharat, indeed, one of the biggest tragedies to have ever been faced by the state of Manipur. 14 people dead and more still missing. What are the latest updates you have for us at this point in time? Sharat, over to you.
Ronak, you see, so far due to the darkness, the rescue operation has been halted for the time being, and hopefully this rescue operation will continue tomorrow early morning. And right now, the rescue operation is carried out by the strong team of this NDRF, SDRF, assisted by the Nonne Police District Police. Also, the Territorial Army reinforcement from the Territorial Army have also been rushed at the landslide site area. At the same time, I also want to mention that the large number of villagers, youth from the Makwam village and the Marangsing village, they are also engaging in the rescue operation and also the search operation. So far, eight body have been retrieved from the site, and still around about 18 another injured person have also been rescued from the site. And so far, according to the this input from the district administration and the officials of the construction this company, we also do learn that around 23% are still feared missing due to this landslide. This is a very massive landslide at the site of the Tupul railway construction site came, and a large number of workers are staying inside within the campus, and a territorial army is providing the security to the workers who are engaging in the construction work. And I also want to mention that the few villagers from the Marangsing village and also from the Makwam village, they are also running small kind of business inside the camp. So due to this this massive landslide, that happened in the midnight of the 29th and the 30th June, this massive landslide feared that around about more than 50 people could have been buried alive due to this heavy landslide that happened in the Topul area, Ronak.
Right, and Sharath, we've been also given to understand that the Chief Minister N. Biren Singh is constantly monitoring and supervising the search and rescue operations, and he's also said to be in touch with the Union Home Minister Amit Shah regarding the entire tragedy. What more can you tell us regarding this, Sharath?
Yeah, exactly. Well, Ronak, Chief Minister and Biren Singh had a telephonic talk with the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, and the Union Home Minister Amit Shah also assured all possible help from the center government side. At the same time, and Biren Singh also visited the landslide site today, and Chief Minister and Biren Singh. From the government side, the already compensation amount have been announced that those who have lost life will be compensated with the amount of 5 lakhs, and those injured will be provided financial assistance of 50,000. This is the latest update coming from the state government side just after the this massive landslide taken at the Tupul area. Rona.
Right, Sharad, talk to us more about the people who have been rescued so far. We've been given to understand a lot of these people have sustained serious injuries. Where are they being treated, and what is the update we have on these people, on these personnel, rather?
Ronak, you see, partial treatment is providing at this district hospital, None, which is located within the district headquarters. Again, None district, None Tupul area is around about 70 kilometers from the heart of the city, Impal. And right now, treatment is on at the district hospital, None, and also those dead body also have been deposited at the district hospital only. But so far as the injuries are concerned, those who have received the serious injury, the district administration is trying to send those seriously injured to the impulse located to the hospital located in the impulse, so that their further treatment can be done. So far, the information we receive is today late in the afternoon at around 5. Around about 13 injured person already been sent to the hospital located in Imphal. But so far, we have already contacted with the this RIMS authority, RIMS hospital authority also, Jennings hospital authority also. So far, any injured person so far didn't arrive at the hospital. But yes, today later in the late night, those seriously injured due to this landslide may reach the hospital in the periphery of Imphal. That is probably in the RIMS hospital and the Jennings hospital, Ronak.
All right, Sharad Chandra, thank you very much for joining us this evening and bringing us all of those latest details from Ground Zero. But why is this railway project in Manipur so significant? Well, the Jiribam-Imphal railway line is a state capital connectivity project. The total length of the project from Jiribam to Imphal is 110 kilometers, and from Jiribam to Tupul, where the disaster took place, 97 kilometers. Built at an estimated cost of rupees 14,000 crore, the target for completion of the project is December 2023. The single-track railway project has the highest pier bridge in the world over River None. The highest pier of the bridge is 141 meters in height, and since the project includes several costly materials and machineries, it has been given high security cover for the ongoing construction, apart from providing security to the railway and other personnel engaged in the project. Until Jiribam, the security cover is provided by the Railway Protection Force, and from Jiribam to Imphal, it is manned by Territorial Army personnel. According to NFR sources, 3 railway officials are missing in the disaster, and the identity of the railway officials is yet to be ascertained. And meanwhile, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh rushed to the tragedy site and took stock of the situation from Ground Zero today. Take a look.
नाला आ रहा है रेलवे का आगे एक टनल है जिससे कनेक्टिविटी उनकी पिछले लाइन बारिश के कारण बह गई थी। अभी उन्होंने नाले को थोड़ा उसका रुख बदला था, नाले का रुख आके ये स्टेशन की तरफ आए थे ताकि यहाँ से पानी नीचे। These are the presumptions. These are presumptions.
लेकिन पॉसिबिलिटी हाई आई पॉजिटिव जो पानी करते हैं तो पानी तो जस्ट जमीन में ऐसे छुप जाता है ना, सिप करेगा ना, तो उसी वजह से स्लाइडिंग वगैरह मैक्सिमम जो ले रहे हैं वही सब हो सकता है। तो उसको क्या करेंगे हाँ?
And Chief Minister N. Biren Singh also spoke exclusively to our editor-in-chief, Wasbir Hussain, earlier in the afternoon. Chief Minister Biren Singh informed that he is in touch with Union Home Minister Amit Shah and has briefed the latter on the incident. Besides, the Chief Minister informed that a sum of rupees 5 lakh will be given as ex gratia to the kin of those who lost their lives in the tragedy.
I am now joined by the Chief Minister of Manipur, Mr. N. Biren Singh. Mr. N. Biren Singh, massive tragedy in Manipur following the landslide in the None area. What are the details you are getting so far?
Vasirji, it is very, very unfortunate incident. Right now, I am on the spot, and till now, just we have rescued 18 people, and 6 dead bodies, and around 40 people missing. So, rescue operation is going on along with the army personnel, is the NDRF, SDRF, and all the we are coordinating all the available forces and trying to rescue the buried peoples.
Right.
So it is very, very sad, very, very sad. Very sad.
Right. Now, who were these people? Can you give some details? Who were these people? They were local villagers working in the railway project, or who are these people?
Maximum number is the territorial army personnel who are guarding the railway site. Territorial army personnel, maximum numbers, and 5-6 people from the railway department ministry, and 2-3 people from the villages also have been buried under the mud. So maximum number is our territorial army.
So, Mr. Chief Minister, you are saying that most of the 40 people who are missing, majority could be maybe from the territorial army, is it?
Yes, exactly. So it is one of the biggest unfortunate tragedy in the state of Manipur. And the state government has announced rupees 5 lakhs for each victims who got casualties, and 50,000 for those who injured, and all the expenditure for rescuing and medicals. And we also already stationed 15-16 medical teams with ambulance, etc. And we are doing with our best level. And the Honorable Union Home Minister Amit Shah, he also rang me up and he went inquiry about the incident. He also very sad, and I assured him all the possible rescue operation is on. He also instructed to go to join with the NDRF teams to join the rescue teams, and shortly NDRF teams also reaching now.
Right, and this you are saying that 6 to 7 dead bodies which have been recovered. Do you think all are territorial army personnel, or there are local civilians also?
Right now, the recovery is the territorial army peoples.
All the bodies are from territorial army.
Yes.
And there are railway officers also who are missing, right?
Yeah, 5-6 railway officers also they are in the camp, which buried under the mud, and just we're trying to find at the best level.
Right. Mr. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, the Chief Minister of Manipur, thank you so much at this critical moment for speaking to me on Northeast Live. And I wish that all the people are recovered safe.
Thank you, Wazir. I also convey my deepest condolence to the whole families of the victims and sharing their sorrow.
Absolutely. And condolences to you also on behalf of the team Northeast Live.
Thank you, Wazir. Thank you.
Thank you.
And meanwhile, the village secretary of the Makwam village has blamed the railway authorities for the disaster.
अभी ये रेलवे लाइन कटिंग हो गया उसी से तो ये तो पूरा नेशनल कैलामिटी नहीं है ये तो मैन मेड कैलामिटी है रेलवे का कटिंग वजह से ही गिरा है ये पूरा ऊंचाई 100 मीटर का ऊपर कटिंग किया है लेकिन नीचे में वॉल प्रोटेक्शन वॉल इतना नहीं दिया बिल्कुल नहीं दिया इसलिए तो ये गिरा है इसमें गांव वाला पूरा 5 आदमी नीचे चला गया अभी रेलवे का और टीए सब मिला के 78 नीचे में चला गया अभी कहाँ है क्या है सब मालूम नहीं है
And meanwhile, rescue workers are walking for miles to carry out the rescue operations. The search and rescue operations are being carried out by the villagers of Makwam and Marangching village. It may be mentioned here that the massive landslide at the Tupul Yard railway construction camp in Nonne district has claimed the lives of at least 14 persons, while 30 others are still missing. Meanwhile, as per the latest inputs, 3 construction company officials, 3 railway officials, 3 civilians, and 12 more construction workers are missing. Meanwhile, following the massive landslide, the AJ River flowing through Nonne town has been completely obstructed, causing a dam-like situation upstream. And in the wake of the situation, the Deputy Commissioner of Nonne has urged the general public to take all precautions and not to venture out near the river area.
Landslide chừng bột khát bằng cây na cây bằng bìm ngắm đâu na mà xây đập ban thay thế cái bầm thay mà mình phải nó này thế
Yes, there you can see clearly, viewers, these are, of course, the villagers who are also taking active participation in the search and rescue operations. Of course, no one knows these rough terrains better than the locals of Arunachal Pradesh residing in the nearby areas. I beg your pardon, the residents of the village in Manipur are the ones who know these lands, the rough terrains better than anyone. So, of course, goes without saying that the villagers themselves also actively taking part in the search and rescue operations. It's time for a short break now. More news and updates to follow on the other side. Stay tuned.
Are you saying that BJP aside, the CPM and the Congress have at least come out in the open saying that your demand for a separate Tripura land
It's constitutional.
is constitutional? Why is the BJP not forthcoming in saying that it is a constitutional demand? What do you think?
Wasbir, please understand one thing. 70 years we have suffered. I'm not asking for something which is extraordinary.
If you want to be a ruling party or a part of the ruling combine, whatever we call it, in Tripura, you have to align with somebody. Do you see the Tripura Motha in the role of a kingmaker this time in 2020?
See, I don't know about kingmakers. I know a bit about kings.
So
But
you want to be the king?
no, we want to be the people who did not compromise on what and why we were voted for.
Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop, lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach. I just do what comes natural.
Sterling Reserve, come alive.
মই ব্যৱহাৰ কৰোঁ আটাইতকৈ সবল আৰু সতেজ চিমেণ্ট, সূৰ্য চিমেণ্ট। Surya Cement, Otut Ghor, Otut Okham.
সুগন্ধ ৰং আৰু সোৱাদ খাতি
এভৰিডে জিভাত দিয়ে আসল জুতি
এভৰিডে স্পাইচেছ 100% টেষ্ট এভৰিডে স্পাইচেছ বেষ্ট
A university is much more than just a place to get your education. It not only helps you build your career, but also your personality and mindset. At Assam Royal Global University, you will get the most suitable environment to gain knowledge and also grow as a person. The university has the best infrastructure with all the required facilities and best quality equipment for any kind of educational need.
মই ব্যৱহাৰ কৰোঁ আটাইতকৈ সবল আৰু সতেজ চিমেণ্ট সূৰ্য চিমেণ্ট সূৰ্য চিমেণ্ট অটুট ঘৰ অটুট অসম
Welcome back, viewers, and we now straight away cut across live to the swearing-in ceremony of Eknath Shinde as the new Chief Minister of Maharashtra. Meanwhile, confirmed reports have come in that a former Maharashtra Chief Minister, Devendra Fadnavis, will be taking oath as the Deputy Chief Minister. Take a look. Yes, viewers, these are the live visuals coming in from Raj Bhavan in Mumbai, where, as you can clearly see, the rebel leader Eknath Shinde, who is now the Chief Minister designate, and also sitting on his side is, of course, Devendra Fadnavis, who is all set to take oath as the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra.
आता तुमचे लाईव्ह उचलले रेकॉर्ड करून लाईव्ह झाले रेकॉर्ड करून देवा नंतर पाठवा
So yes, viewers, it will just be moments from now as Maharashtra will have a new Chief Minister in the form of Eknath Shinde and a new Deputy Chief Minister as well in the form of Devendra Fadnavis. And that is, of course, these are, of course, the live visuals that we are bringing you straight from Mumbai, where the oath taking will begin in just moments from now. And of course, it has come down to this, viewers, after days of a turmoil and crisis in Maharashtra, political crisis in Maharashtra. It is now all boiled down to this. Chief Minister, or the former Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray last night stepping down on a live television and making way for a new Chief Minister, of course, who is the man as you see on your screens, Eknath Shinde, and of course sitting beside him is the soon to be new Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis. And we will come back to this with all the latest visuals of the oath-taking ceremony. For now, let's move on to some other news from the region. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma today chaired another meeting with the state and deputy commissioners to review the flood situation in the state. The meeting, which was held through video conferencing, is the third such meeting to be chaired by Chief Minister Sharma in the wake of the devastating floods in Assam that have rendered scores of people homeless. During the meeting, Chief Minister Sharma ordered for a probe under the additional Chief Secretary to look into the allegations of corruption in the flood relief work in Borpeta district. The Assam Chief Minister also pulled up the Borpeta DC and called upon him to identify the contractors associated with the relief work and have them arrested.
DC Borpeta line Bhusal, apuni যেতিয়া আপোনালোকৰ টেন্ডাৰ হল টেন্ডাৰ হোৱাৰ টাইমত জিআৰৰ যিটো মানুহে ৰেট কোট কৰিলে চাউলৰ দাম তেলৰ দাম বজাৰৰ দামতকৈ কম কোট কৰিলে সো এই কথাটো লৈ পেলাই মই ঘূৰি আহি পেলাই মই বহুত চিন্তাত পৰিলো। আৰে মানুহেতো বস্তু কন্ট্ৰেক্টৰেতো দাম কমত দিব নোৱাৰে, কেনেকে কমত দিলে? পিছত মই যেটো বুজিলো যে বৰপেটা জিলাত আগতে যেতিয়া বানপানী হয়, মেইনলি বাঘবৰ জনিয়া ভিতৰুৱা অঞ্চলত বানপানী হয়, গতিকে ৰিলিফ তাত দিব নালাগে, 1 বস্তা দিয়ক, বাকি 7 বস্তাৰ বিল বনাওক। সো সেইকাৰণে মানুহ তেনেকে চলি আছিল। এতিয়া যেতিয়া বানপানীটো বৰপেটা টাউনত আহিলে, কথা কব পৰা মানুহৰ ঘৰত বানপানী হল, মানুহে ৰিলিফ ডিমান্ড কৰিলে, কন্ট্ৰেক্টৰ কেজনে লগে লগে সুইচ অফ কৰি দিলে। So all these contractor has to be arrested now, কাৰণ they have entered into this thing with an ulterior motive. আৰু আপুনি এতিয়া মই ইয়াত এডিশনাল চিফ সেক্ৰেটাৰী মই এটা ইনকুৱাৰী দিম যে আগে পিছে আপোনালোকৰ দাম মাৰ্কেটতকৈ কম দামতে চলি আছিল।
And Chief Minister Sharma further said that the government would be giving a sum of rupees 3,800 to all the families living in relief camps and also to those who are returning back to their homes. Here, the Chief Minister said that the money would be transferred to the head of the affected family who holds an Aadhaar card.
All people, all the families who were in relief camps or who are in relief camps, they all are entitled for immediate grant of rupees 3,800. That is the beginning of the story. Aro yate irrespective of any assessment, anything, any family who are in the relief camp, they will get this assessment immediately.
And we once again cut across live to the oath-taking ceremony of a new Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde, in Mumbai. Take a look.
माननीय राज्यपाल महोदय, मुख्यमंत्री व उपमुख्यमंत्री पदाची तसेच गुप्ततेची शपथ घेण्यासाठी पदनिर्देशित मुख्यमंत्री महोदय व पदनिर्देशित उपमुख्यमंत्री महोदय उपस्थित आहेत. त्यांना आपणासमोर शपथ घेण्याची परवानगी असावी. सर्वप्रथम माननीय पदनिर्देशित मुख्यमंत्री श्री एकनाथ संभाजी शिंदे.
हिंदू हृदय सम्राट बाळासाहेब ठाकरे, धर्मवीर आनंद दिघे साहेबांच्या आशीर्वादाने मी एकनाथ संभाजी शिंदे ईश्वर साक्ष शपथ घेतो की कायद्याद्वारे स्थापित झाले आहे अशा भारतीय संविधानाबद्दल मी खरी श्रद्धा व निष्ठा बाळगीन. मी भारताची सार्वभौमता व एकात्मता उन्नत राखीन. मी महाराष्ट्र राज्याचा मुख्यमंत्री म्हणून माझी कामे निष्ठापूर्वक व शुद्ध बुद्धीने पार पाडीन आणि संविधान व कायदा यानुसार सर्व तऱ्हेच्या लोकांना मी निर्भयपणे व निस्पृहपणे तसेच कोणत्याही विषयी ममत्वभाव किंवा आकस न बाळगता न्याय्य वागणूक देईन. मी एकनाथ संभाजी शिंदे ईश्वर साक्ष शपथ घेतो की महाराष्ट्र राज्याचा मुख्यमंत्री म्हणून माझ्या विचारार्थ आणली जाईल किंवा मला ज्ञात होईल अशी कोणतीही बाब असा मुख्यमंत्री म्हणून माझी कामे यथायोग्य पार पाडण्यासाठी आवश्यक असेल ते खेरीज करून एरवी मी कोणत्याही व्यक्तीला किंवा व्यक्तींना प्रत्यक्षपणे व अप्रत्यक्षपणे कळवणार नाही किंवा त्यांच्याकडे उघड करणार नाही. धन्यवाद. जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र.
Yes, viewers, it is official now. Eknath Shinde has taken oath as the new Chief Minister of Maharashtra. And of course, there we see Shinde signing and making things all official. Eknath Shinde has been crowned the new Chief Minister of Maharashtra.
आता माननीय पदनिर्देशित उपमुख्यमंत्री महोदय श्री देवेंद्र गंगाधरराव फडणवीस.
कृपया शांत हो जाइए. कृपया शांत हो जाइए.
मी देवेंद्र गंगाधरराव फडणवीस ईश्वर साक्ष शपथ घेतो की कायद्याद्वारे स्थापित झाले आहे अशा भारतीय संविधानाबद्दल मी खरी श्रद्धा व निष्ठा बाळगेन. मी भारताची सार्वभौमता व एकात्मता उन्नत राखीन. मी महाराष्ट्र राज्याचा उपमुख्यमंत्री म्हणून माझी कामे निष्ठापूर्वक व शुद्ध बुद्धीने पार पाडीन आणि संविधान व कायदा यानुसार सर्व तऱ्हेच्या लोकांना मी निर्भयपणे व निस्पृहपणे तसेच कोणाच्याही विषयी ममत्वभाव किंवा आकस न बाळगता न्याय वागणूक देईन. मी देवेंद्र गंगाधरराव फडणवीस ईश्वर साक्ष शपथ घेतो की महाराष्ट्र राज्याचा उपमुख्यमंत्री म्हणून माझ्या विचारार्थ आणली जाईल किंवा मला ज्ञात होईल अशी कोणतीही बाब असा उपमुख्यमंत्री म्हणून मी माझे कामे यथायोग्य पार पाडण्यासाठी आवश्यक असेल ते खेरीज करून एरवी मी कोणत्याही व्यक्तीला किंवा व्यक्तींना प्रत्यक्षपणे व अप्रत्यक्षपणे कळवणार नाही किंवा त्यांच्याकडे उघड करणार नाही.
So chants of Jai Maharashtra echoing out through the Raj Bhavan in Mumbai as Maharashtra now has a new chief minister in the form of Eknath Shinde and a deputy chief minister in the form of Devendra Fadnavis. So weeks of political activity that had even shifted base to right here in Guwahati for a week has now finally culminated into this. All right, that is, of course, a big development for Maharashtra. Now, coming back to the region, Assam Minister Jayanta Malla Borwa today visited the flood-affected areas of Kachar district. Along with the flood-affected areas, Borwa also visited the dike at Bethukandi, where the breach has caused the flood havoc in Silchar town. After inspecting the work at the site, Borwa said that whoever is responsible for breaking the dike will have to face the law. He also said that an FIR should be registered in this regard so that action can also be taken.
এই যেটো বেটুকান্দি দাই বা মথাউৰি এই মথাউৰিটোৰে আটাইতকৈ পানী শিলচৰ চহৰত সোমালে। অকল এই মথাউৰিতে নহয়, কিছু কিছু ঠাইত হয়তো মথাউৰিৰ ওপৰে অভাৰফ্লো হৈও পানী গৈছে। আৰু এই গোটেই এই ডাইৰেক্টটো কাটা আছিল কাৰণেই গোটেই শিলচৰ চহৰত এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ এটা বানপানী হৈছে। গতিকে আমি এই জেগাটো চাব আহিলো যে একচুৱেলি কি হৈ আছিলে। তাত যিটো বস্তু বুজা গৈছে যে তাত ইৰিগেশ্যনৰ এটা চুইচ গেট এখনো মানে আণ্ডাৰ কনষ্ট্ৰাকশ্যন আছিলে, কমপ্লিট হোৱা নাছিলে। ৱাটাৰ ৰিচোৰ্চক এতিয়া আমি ডাইৰেকশ্যন দিছো যে সেই ইৰিগেশ্যনৰ চুইচ গেটখনৰ লগতে একেলগে এটা ৰিং বান্ধ যাতে কৰি দিয়ে, অন্তত টেম্পৰেৰী আমাৰ কিবা কাৰণত বৰাকৰ পানী বাঢ়িলেও যাতে পানীটো ইফালে সোমাই যাব নোৱাৰে, মহিষাবিলৰ ফালে সোমাই যাব নোৱাৰে, তেনেকুৱা ধৰণে এটা টেম্পৰেৰী আমি ইমিডিয়েটলি জিঅ' বেগ দি পেলাই সেইটো কৰিব দিছো। আৰু সেইখিনি কাম তীব্ৰ গতিত চলি আছে, আপোনালোকেও দেখিছে কাম কৰি আছে। আৰু মই ভাবো যে 2-3 দিন 4 দিনৰ ভিতৰত এই কামখিনি কমপ্লিট কৰিব। এই কামখিনি কমপ্লিট কৰাৰ লগে লগে অন্তত আমাৰ টেম্পৰেৰী প্ৰটেকশ্যনটো হ'ব। তাৰপিছত আমি পাৰ্মানেণ্ট প্ৰটেকশ্যনৰ কাৰণে কি কৰিম বা আগৰ কামসমূহ লৈ ইৰিগেশ্যনৰ কিয় কণ্ট্ৰেক্টৰে এনেকৈ আধা কাম কৰি থলে সেই কথাটো, তাৰ উপৰি এই ডাইৰেক্টটো কোনে কাটিলে, সেই কাটা মানুহবিলাকৰ কি ব্যৱস্থা লোৱা হ'ব, এই গোটেই কথাখিনি আমি গোটেইখিনি পুংখানুপুংখভাৱে চাম।
And Borwa also reacted on the allegation of Sonai MLA Karimuddin Borbhuiya that BJP leader Aminul Haq Laskar is responsible for the damage that happened at the dike. Speaking on this, Borwa said that action cannot be taken on the basis of political statements. He said that a proper probe would be conducted into the matter and action will be taken henceforth.
आईडीएफ के सुनाई के जो एमएलए हैं वो बोल रहे हैं कि जो हमारे एक्स एमएलए थे सुनाई के, ये फॉर्मर डिप्यूटी स्पीकर थे, उन्होंने आदमी लगा कि ये बांध तोड़ दिया अपना घर बचाने के लिए, जिसके लिए पूरा शहर डूब गया। आपको क्या कहना है?
पॉलिटिकल बयान का ऊपर हम लोग काम नहीं करेंगे, काम करेंगे प्रॉपर इंक्वायरी का ऊपर। कोई पॉलिटिकल बयान दे दिया इसके ऊपर काम नहीं होता है। अभी डीसी है, हमारा इंटेलिजेंस है, एसपी है, उसका ऊपर तो पूरा काम चल ही रहा है और आपको पता चल जाएगा जो भी पॉलिटिकल बयान कौन क्या देता है उसका कोई ये नहीं होता है। हमारा बात है जो काम जिसने किया है उसका प्रॉपर जब इन्वेस्टिगेशन होकर जब रिपोर्ट मिल जाएगा उसका ऊपर काम होगा।
And meanwhile, the Tripura Civil Services Officers Association has come forward to help people of flood-affected Silchar. Today, Chief Minister Manik Saha flagged off vehicles carrying relief materials to Silchar. The relief materials are worth rupees 10 lakh and consist of dry food packets. Chief Minister Saha appreciated the move by the Tripura Civil Service Officers Association for sending out relief for flood-affected people in Silchar.
यहाँ से आप जानते हैं सिलचर में आज 10 दिन से 19/6 से वहाँ बारिश हुआ है और बारिश के कारण वहाँ फ्लड भी हुआ है। तो वहाँ पर काफ़ी विक्टिम्स सिलचर वासी जो है और बाहर का भी है, त्रिपुरा वासी भी वहाँ पर अटके हुए हैं। ऐसा बहुत सारे जगह ये सब जगह के पब्लिक जो है वहाँ पर अटके हुए हैं और इनको बहुत तकलीफ भी हो रहा है। तो उस हिसाब से त्रिपुरा सरकार तो कर ही रहा है, लेकिन त्रिपुरा सिविल सर्विस ऑफिसर्स एसोसिएशन ये लोग भी अपना हाथ बढ़ा दिए हैं। आज 10 लाख का सामान, खाना पीना और ये सब भेजे हैं लोग, और इसीलिए मैं इस एसोसिएशन को, और ये हमेशा ये सब काम करते रहते हैं, फिलंथ्रोपिक वर्क इनका हमेशा काम करते हैं, तो इसीलिए उनको बधाई देता हूँ और ये सब इस तरह काम हमेशा करे।
And train services in Assam's landslide-hit Dima Hasao district resumed today, bringing a major sigh of relief for the people of the Hill district as well as the neighboring states. As per reports, trains today are on the run from Silchar to New Haflong and Guwahati to Langting. It may be mentioned here that the railway communication between Lamding to Badarpur was disrupted from the 14th of May onwards due to damages to the railway track following heavy rains and landslides.
आज तो प्रथम दिन चला है।
हाँ
पहला दिन ना?
हाँ, पहला दिन।
ये चलने से आप लोग कितना सुविधा होगा?
हम लोग का तो सुविधा है।
कितना दिन बाद में आप देख रहे हैं ट्रेन?
1.5 महीना हो गया।
आपने तो शुरू हो गया।
अच्छा लगा।
अच्छा लगा। तो आप कहाँ जाना है?
दमचौरा में।
और कितना दिन बाद में आप ट्रेन देख रहे हैं?
बहुत दिन के बाद में ट्रेन में आना जाना कर रहे हैं।
And meanwhile, resumption of train services in Dima Hasao has brought a major sigh of relief amongst the people in Dima Hasao. However, people in Haflong continue to face problems as the approach road towards New Haflong station remains badly damaged at several areas, resulting in utter inconvenience for the commuters. In fact, the auto drivers are also facing difficulties in dropping off train passengers to the station. Talking to our correspondent Swadeep Hasamsa, the auto rickshaw drivers appealed to the authorities to restore the road at the earliest.
आज तो ट्रेन चला है, ट्रेन चलने में तो अच्छा ही हुआ। अभी पैसेंजर तो इतना ज़्यादा भी नहीं आया, थोड़ा थोड़ा आया है जो, लेकिन रास्ता आने के लिए तो आपका रानी गेट से स्टेशन तक तो रास्ता 2-3 जगह तो बहुत ख़राब है। ये तो रास्ता तो अच्छा बनाने से ठीक है, नहीं से तो फिर आने जाने के लिए भी बहुत दिक्कत होता है। 2-3 जगह आदमी नामाई के जाने लगता है ऑटो से, ना से तो गाड़ी उठता भी नहीं है। ट्रेन तो आपका 14 मई से हम लास्ट 14 मई में आया रहा, उसके बाद से तो बंद ही है। तबलीग तो हुआ है क्योंकि ट्रेन बंद होने से तो सब तरफ भी बंद हो जाता है, सो इनकम सोर्स बंद हो जाता है, बाई रोड भी हाईवे भी बंद है।
ट्रेन चला तो बहुत अच्छा हुआ, लेकिन ये जो ऐसे जो रास्ता है, रास्ता बनने से अच्छा होगा। लेकिन हम लोग लाने में पैसेंजर भी तकलीफ होता और हम लोग भी तकलीफ होता। अब जैसे भी हो रेल मिनिस्टर को रिक्वेस्ट करता, जो जैसे भी हो हम लोग रास्ता तो बनाए दे।
न्यू हाफलोंग से लेकर सिलचर तक जो ट्रेन जो है अभी आज से शुरू हो गया है, लेकिन मेन टाउन से लेकर न्यू हाफलोंग स्टेशन तक जाने का जो रास्ता जो है, रिसेंटली बारिश देने का वजह से जो है रास्ता जो है खिसक गए हैं लैंडस्लाइड की वजह से। और यहाँ पर न्यू हाफलोंग से लेकर अगर आपको टाउन तक कनेक्टिविटी करते हैं और वहाँ पर जाने के लिए यहाँ पर अप्रोच रोड जो है लगभग 3 किलोमीटर से भी ज्यादा अप्रोच रोड है। वहाँ पर आप इस वक्त देख रहा होगा, यहाँ मेरे ठीक पीछे में इस जगह पर ही जो है गाड़ी जाने आने का सुविधा नहीं हो पा रहा है, जिसकी वजह से लोगों को काफी ज्यादा तकलीफें हो रहा है। और ऑटो ड्राइवर से लेकर यहाँ का लोगों ने भी हमको बताया कि यहाँ का जो ट्रेन जो है चला दिया गया है बिटवीन सिलचर से हाफलोंग तक, लेकिन पैसेंजर जो आने जाने का जो सुविधा जो है वो अब तक नहीं हो पाया। उन लोगों का ये अनुरोध है कि रेलवे अथॉरिटी से कि यहाँ का जो अप्रोच रोड जो है उसको भी अगर ठीक कर दे तो यहाँ का लोगों के लिए बहुत ही अच्छा होगा। इसी के साथ कैमरा पर्सन हेमोवेंद्र के साथ मैं सौदेव हसन सर, नॉर्थ ईस्ट लाइव, टीम हादसा।
And shifting focus now, the Naga Hoho today said that the talks between the Government of India and the NSC and IM must resume soon for bringing a solution to the vexed Naga issue. Talking to Northeast Live, Naga Hoho President H.K. Zimomi insisted that talks should resume regardless of the differences. Zimomi said that unless there are deliberations, the differences cannot be resolved. However, in a significant statement, the Naga Hoho president said that there are clash of interest amongst the people. Zimomi made it aptly clear that the Naga Hoho never backs any resolution adopted by any organization, which amounts to issuing ultimatum to any of the stakeholders of the talks. The Naga Hoho president made the response when he was asked about the steps being adopted by the Gaon Bura Federation and the Global Naga Forum as far as bringing an early solution to the issue is concerned.
Apart from the Naga flag and the constitution, here in the state scenario, what do you think are the main reasons why the talks are not progressing? There's a lot of division within the civil societies and the tribal organizations as well. If we look into it, the Nagaland Gaobura Federation are also coming up with a committee along with the tribal apex bodies. And on the other hand, the Naga Global Forum are also taking its own course of action to ensure that there is an early solution. So what is the take of the Naga Hoho on all these developments in the state?
We are still insisting that the talk should be resumed, whatever may be the differences, unless there is a talk. The differences can never be resolved. So we are insisting that the talk should be resumed. And another, the society problem. It is the clash of interests among the people. We don't know the reason why they took the stand like that, because in the past also during 60s when 16-point agreement was made, it was not signed by the revolutionary group, but it was signed by the people. And because of that signing of agreement by the public, the revolution is still going on, the problem still remains. So I think be it Kambara Federation or be it Naga or be it any other civil society, I think this is not the time that we should give ultimatum to any revolutionary government. This is not the time, because when the talk is at a crucial stage, we are hopeful that we should, instead of giving them ultimatum, we should facilitate. We should facilitate. So I don't think whatever may be the resolution taken by them, that I don't support it. For the Nagaho, we still feel that the talk should be resumed and the solution should be found by piecemeal.
And it may be mentioned here that the visiting JDU High Power delegation held a series of meetings with various civil society organizations, including the Naga Hoho, and discussed about the status of the peace process. In the meeting, the Naga Hoho apprised the JDU delegation about the ground situation. Naga Hoho President H.K. Zimomi informed that the JDU has been urged to raise the issue in the parliament for an early solution.
The Naga Hoho met the high power delegation of the Janata Dal United Party, who is here on a 2-day visit to Nagaland. What were the main points that were discussed in your meeting with the JDU officials?
We apprised them about the ground situation. Of course, we express our resentment over the ongoing peace talk. So we have told these leaders to raise our issue in the parliament for early solution.
And we have a big update on the flood situation in Assam. As far as the latest flood report is concerned, 25 districts of Assam continue to be affected by the floods. Over 29 lakh people are affected, and in the last 24 hours, 8 persons have lost their lives amidst floods, while 1 person has gone missing. Currently, 30,500 relief camps are operational in various parts of flood-hit Assam. So indeed, viewers, a big breaking news coming in and a big flood update from Assam. As many as 25 districts of the state continue to reel under flood waters. Over 29 lakh people have been affected across the state. And if we talk about the last 24 hours, 8 persons have lost their lives to the floods and landslides, while 1 person has gone missing. And currently, 30,500 relief camps are operational in various parts of the state. And with that, we've come to the end of our news bulletin. Stay tuned to Northeast Live for more news and updates. Thank you for watching.